We know in Nigeria, as little as 1% of Nigerians that have health insurance or have access to health insurance, and we're a population of over 200 million.
Yeah. Hello and welcome again. On today's show, we are delving into payment systems. Now, payment systems are mechanisms that facilitate the clearing and settlement of monetary and other financial transactions. Aside the convenience and relative safety of utilizing EPS, they also have a significant number of economic benefits. Joining us to discuss innovative payment products for economic development is a woman with over 15 years experience in this field. She is a marketing and communications executive who currently functions as the Chief Growth Officer for Ativo Nigeria. She is Nene Obichie. Welcome. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you. Happy to be here with you.
Okay. So let's talk about you. Take us through your journey as a marketing and communications executive. How has the ride been so far?
Well, it's been, what's the word I will use now? What's the best word to use? So I studied mass communication as my first degree. Okay. And when I was studying mass communication, at that time, I thought I was going to do public relations. But then getting out of school, the first job I got was in a bank.
All right.
And I worked in e-business. So that's what introduced me to payments technology.
Okay.
My first job was in e-business with Zenith Bank. So while I was in Zenith Bank, I moved around a bit, and then I found out that I did not really enjoy the banking side of things. So I went back to Atlantic University for a master's degree in marketing communication.
Okay.
And it was from there I now switched. So even though I switched to start doing marketing communication, I still find myself doing marketing communication for payments and technology companies because of my experience with Zenith Banking business. And it's been exciting, really. It's wonderful.
Fantastic. So now, how have payment solutions evolved in Nigeria?
Oh, a lot. And there's this funny story I like to tell people, that when I joined Zenith Bank in e-business, at the time, it was payments technology was relatively new.
Okay.
And that's why the banks created this department basically to sell payments, to their customers. At that time, as crazy as it sounds, we used to go from merchants to merchants, door to door, to beg them to accept POS terminals. Can you imagine that? And some of them will turn us back and tell us that, I'm telling you. And they'll turn us back and tell us, oh, no, I don't know. I don't trust this one. Which one is card? Which one is POS? No, I beg. I'd rather my customers pay me with cash, or they can even send me checks and I can go and present the checks in the bank. So it was a really, really funny thing, and it was crazy. And then we're giving the POSs for free. You can imagine the banks had already paid for the POSs and they were just looking for merchants to give the POSs to. So it was really exciting and crazy at the same time. But all of that changed when I think it was in 2010 or 2011 or thereabouts, where CBN now introduced the cashless drive. So that was when there was now an awakening for people to now know that, okay, let's try this. And so it made things a lot more easier for us.
Okay, since we have branched into the marketing aspect, marketing technology has to be different from marketing clothes, food, and the likes. So how do you market these payment solutions? Or should I say, what are the ways or strategies in which you market these payment solutions to your target audience?
So the first thing I'd like to tell, even organizations that I've worked with or organizations I consult with, is there's this thing that we do in this part of the world whereby we create a product and then we want to force the product down the market's throat. No, that is putting the cart before the horse. Before you develop your product, you have to first of all research and find out that, is there a market for this product? Will people, use this product if I produce it? And that's why you see so many products, and even with all the marketing budget they put into it, fails because they did not do their research from the beginning. Do you understand? So you first have to research that, okay, this product I'm selling or I want to introduce to the market, is there a market that is ready for it? And will they accept it? At what price point will they accept it? Do I have competition? How am I better than my competition? So those are the things that you have to do at the early stage, then before you now start talking about marketing and technology product. Of course, you have to now decide what is the kind of product that you have. Is it a SaaS or is it a PaaS? Do you understand? Which is like we have software as a service, or is it a platform as a service? And then that will now determine the kind of channels you want to use to market your product.
Okay. So what are the challenges associated with selling these payment solutions in Nigeria? I mean, you mentioned the one of you people having to go door to door to speak to the market women to try to make them see why POS is good. But right now, what are challenges associated with it?
It's mainly awareness.
Okay.
There's some very good products that are out there, but because they have not identified how to create the awareness for those products, they are failing. So let me give you an instance. We have products that allow people to use their phone numbers to make payments.
Okay.
So what it means is that someone can actually make payments, like you enter a Keke Napep or you go to a Boli seller and you want to buy from her. You can actually use your phone number to make payments to such people.
Interesting.
But those people who are the targets are not aware that that product exists.
Yeah.
And do you know why? It's because the companies that have such products are marketing it via the wrong channels. So because everybody is doing, digital marketing today, doing content marketing, doing SEOs, you're not thinking about the market woman that is your target audience. Does she have internet? Does she go to the internet? Does she know what a website is? Will she be interested in going to a website to go and find out how can I accept payments with a card, with a phone? So those are the kind of things you need to understand and identify your target audience first of all, and then build your campaign around how you can reach them to create awareness for your products.
Okay. Now, speaking of these innovative payment solutions, you just mentioned one now, which is a very unique one. Now, your company, Ativo, is one brand that is constantly bringing innovative payment solutions. What is Ativo's unique selling point, and how has your product helped the consumer and even change the narrative about the African payment system?
Thank you very much for this question. So for Ativo, we have a crowdfunding platform, which is a donation-based crowdfunding platform called Quick Raise, which is www.quickRaiz.com.
All right.
It is for raising funds. And how does it work? So let me give you an instance. You have a friend or a family that is sick. We know in Nigeria, as little as 1% of Nigerians that have health insurance or have access to health insurance, and we're a population of over 200 million.
Yeah.
So when people have such unforeseen events like a sickness, like maybe cancer, for instance, it's really expensive for them to, pay for the medical treatment. So they have to rely on raising funds from friends and family, because we're a community system here.
Okay.
And how do they do it? They go around, maybe they send a bank account number. We had a case of someone that after collecting money, he ran away and nobody could find him. But what Quick Raise does is that you can come on the platform on your own, raise your campaign, and then get people to donate to your campaign. It is secure, it is safe, and because we have experience in the e-payment space, our parent company is Electronic Payment Plus, and it's been around for well over 20 years. So you can come on that platform, you can raise your funds, and then you get your payout. And it's very easy to use. It's not only for that kind of event. So for instance, even if you want to, maybe you have a business startup and you're looking for funds, it's not equity-based. Like I said, it's donation-based. So it's purely people have to donate to your campaigns. So you can come on the platform and use it. Okay,
so speaking on competition now, the fintech space is a very competitive one. How has Ativo been able to handle competition?
Well, you're right. The good thing is that, like, where we are playing right now, it's not in Nigeria very popular yet. So you see, like in Nigeria, people are doing crowdfunding. There are very few of us that are Nigerian-based crowdfunding platforms.
Yes.
The majority are outside of Nigeria, even outside of Africa. So for us, that is our competitive advantage. Is that first of all, we're not a lot in the space, and then we made our own platform very, very easy and user-friendly. So anybody can come on the platform. Doesn't matter, as far as you know how to use the internet, you can come on the platform. There's a step-by-step guide. You create your campaign and you raise your funds.
Okay. Now, speaking on challenges, you said one of the issues is awareness, and we need channels in which people can know about these things. What channels are you speaking of?
So for us, in Quick Raise, we realized that we have two specific target markets that we're trying to reach. One, the people that will come on the platform to raise campaigns, And then 2, those that will come to donate to the campaigns that have been raised on the platform.
Yeah.
So what are the channels to reach those people? We know that the people that want to come on the platform to raise the campaigns are mostly the millennials, the Generation Zs, and those people can be found online. So we have both an offline and an online, strategy to get through to our campaigners and our donors. Online, we're doing the same, SEOs, we're doing our social ads, we're doing our Google ads, we're doing, stuff like that. And then for the offline, of course, flyers, radio, like I'm doing now with you, and stuff like that, so that we can, reach both markets.
Now, for these innovative payment solutions, how can they aid economic development?
First of all, remember I said that if you had a business startup, a small business, for instance, one of the successful campaigns we have on our platform is someone that does food. So she has a poultry, and she's come to the platform to say, I want to scale. I want to expand my business. Do you understand?
Yes.
And I cannot do it alone, but I have friends, and I need the public to be able to support me. And people have donated to that campaign. Of course, that's economic, for her, because she's going to grow her business. She's going to create more jobs through that business. She's going to feed people through the business. So that's how we can help. Again, like I said, we also have NGOs that have come on the platform. Hospitals have come on the platform to be able to help, raise funds for whatever campaigns they have.
All right. Interesting thing Ativo is doing there with that crowdfunding campaign. Now, lastly, what makes a great, or should I say, a successful marketer? In your words.
What makes quick raise?
No, what makes a great, or should I say, successful marketer?
Okay, you just have to be one that is always constantly, like I don't take research for granted, like I said. Yeah. You always have to research. There are always going to be new tools. There are going to be new things that you need to do. You have to put your ears on the ground. Find out what is available. What is your competition doing? How can you stay a step or two ahead of them? And just continue learning, continuous learning. Like for me, I'm always learning. Anything that is new that has to do with marketing, I'm enrolling on classes. I'm going on the internet. I'm just always learning. Because even if you hire people to work with you, if you don't know the right language, you don't know the right things they can do, they can just come and mess you up. Do you understand?
Yes.
But you have to be one step ahead of them as well.
Yes. Okay. Fantastic advice. Thank you so much for an amazing conversation, Nene.
Thank you for having me.
That was Ms. Nene Obichie, the Chief Growth Officer for Ativo Nigeria. Stay tuned for more.